Isles win 5-4 shootout win against the Vegas Golden Knights today at UBS Arena. Talk about a game that gives Islander fans indigestion. Tonight was one of those nights. Right out of the box, Vegas the Knights take a 2-0 lead in the first period on goals by Noah Hannafin and Mitch Marner at 12:02 and then 16:01 of the first period. Almost identical goals. Ilya Sorokin making a save off of a shot from the right side, from the left side, rebounding the direction of the puck with his pads to the right side, right to a wide open Golden Knights player who just has to stuff it into an empty net. So Noah Hannafin from Jack Eichel and Shea Theodore, and then Mitch Marner from Korzak and Stone. Isles are down 2-0, 4 minutes into the game. Unbelievable. But there was some life with, at 19:33 of the third period, Bo Horvat from Ryan Pulak and Matthew Schaefer brings the Islanders back 2-1. So there was some jump in their step at the very end of the first period. Thank goodness for that. The Islanders actually outshot the Vegas Golden Knights 13-12 in the first period, but you wouldn't be able to tell it by the way the game had been going at that point. The Islanders kind of got their feet under them late in that period and got their first goal with seconds left in the period. The second period was a different story. The Islanders came out and had all of the goals in the second period. Mark Gatcombe from Casey Cizikas and Kyle McLean. Beautiful pass from Casey Cizikas. Did a spinorama move down below the goal line and threw the puck in front of the net right onto Gatcombe's stick, and Gatcombe was able to bury it. That was at 3:56 of the second period. It was very, very pretty goal. And then Simon Holmstrom. Everybody had been getting on Simon Holmstrom's case. He gets off the schneid with his fifth goal of the year from Cal Ritchie and Anthony Duclair at 13:30 of the period. So the Islanders had taken the game back, or so it seemed. The momentum had actually gone their way. They were playing much better. They came out and they had a much better period in the second period. They actually looked like they had a little bit of influence over the game, more so than they had early on. That was short-lived going into the third period when Ivan Barbashev, a minute and 27 seconds into the third period, tied the score at 3 on assists from Bowman and Eichel. And it was one of those goals that you were like, what? How did that go in? Because Barbashev basically scored that goal flying flat on his stomach and sweeping his stick at the puck. And it kind of ricocheted up in the air and got over Sorokin's pad into the net. You just have to tack that up as, oh, here we go. But, that's okay. Because at 10:15 of the period, on the power play, Bo Horvat from Matt Barzal and Max Shabanov got the lead back 4-3. It was a nice tic-tac-toe passing play, and Bo Horvat was able to snap a shot off from the bubble position and get it past Carter Hart for a 4-3 lead at 10:15 of the third period, which would hold almost to the end of the game. The Islanders were right on the doorstep of closing this out in regulation. The Golden Knights had pulled their goalkeeper. Carter Hart had gone to the bench, and Pavel Dorofeyev scored at 19:46 from Mitch Marner and Stone to tie the game at 4. The Islanders got a penalty with 3 seconds left in regulation that carried over into the overtime period. Luckily, the Islanders were able to kill that off, and the overtime period really didn't have a lot of good opportunities for either team, for anyone to score. They kind of played keep away with the puck, trying to find that perfect pass. No one was able to really locate it, and there was no scoring in the overtime period. So we went to the shootout, and everybody in the island held their breath because the Islanders, as you know, are notoriously getting bad at the shootout. But here's how it went. Pavel Dorofeyev missed his shot. Then Matt Barzal. I still don't understand why Patrick Roy puts Matt Barzal on the shootout. The man cannot do shootouts. He's an assist machine. He's not a shootout person. I would much rather see Max Shabanov. I'd rather see Simon Holmstrom start it off. I'd rather see Bo Horvat start it off. I'd rather see anybody else but Matt Barzal start off our shootouts. Are you listening to me, Patrick Roy? Anyway, he misses. Then Mitch Marner came on, and Mitch Marner missed as well. And Simon Holmstrom tried, and it looked like he might do the deke move and to get it past Carter Hart's pad, but Carter Hart was able to stick his toe out and keep the puck out of the net. And then Jack Eichel came out, and he missed. Bo Horvat came out with a chance to win the game, and he missed the net completely. And then Shea Theodore came out, and Ilya Sorokin made a nice stop on him. And then Emil Heineman came in and scored the game-winning shootout goal. Islanders take it 5-4. It was a nail biter from beginning to end, but the Islanders were able to prevail. The good news here is that the Islanders' penalty killing was 4 for 4. They did not let up a power play goal to the vaunted Vegas Golden Knights power play, and they actually scored on the one of two power plays that they had. So they were able to score on 50% of their power plays. Interesting enough, this was a game where the Islanders actually won the giveaway battle. They only had 15 to the Golden Knights 20. They also had more takeaways. They had 8 takeaways to the Golden Knights 6. They had more hits, 24 hits to the Golden Knights 14. It was nice. I mean, the face-off percentages were almost even, 52% to the Islanders, 48% to the Golden Knights. And the final shots on goal for the game were the Vegas Golden Knights had 36 and the Islanders had 27. So overall, good to come away with 2 points against a Western Conference opponent. Those 2 points are important in our conference, in our standings. It puts the Islanders right up there, knocking on the door of first place in the entire conference, believe it or not. And it's a good sign for a good way to start off this 3-game homestand. So I'm really happy with the way the game went. I think that they did a really good job. The 3 stars of the game, obviously, were Bo Horvat for his 2 goals tonight, Ilya Sorokin for standing on his head, basically, with his great job of his save percentage. And then Simon Holmstrom got the 3rd star for finally getting off the schneid and getting his goal that he has been longing to get and get back on the score sheet, which all of the Islander fans are glad to see. Maybe that'll be the start of something good in the coming games. So, very happy recap tonight. Islanders win 5-4, shootout victory against the Vegas Golden Knights. That was exciting. A great way to start this 3-game homestand. On to Thursday night when the Anaheim Ducks come to town and play at UBS Arena. It's going to be a nice night for people to come on out and let's enjoy this team as they're playing some really good hockey right now. And they're knocking on the door of actually being in the top of the Eastern Conference standings, something that Islanders fans have not been able to look at and say with a smile on our face for years now. So I'm very happy. It's been a very, very, very good night for me. I'm looking forward to it. Join me tomorrow on the morning walk where we'll have some other thoughts about tonight's game, on how things looked with J.G. Pageau's return, maybe Simon Holmstrom getting back into a groove, and what to expect for the games coming up this week on Thursday with Anaheim, and then on Saturday, our 3rd and final game against the Tampa Bay Lightning on Pat LaFontaine Hall of Fame night. So it's a good night to be an Islander fan. It was a great night to be at UBS Arena. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed it. Let's go, Islanders. Let's go.